Decided to go live early, 5 minutes early, talk a little shit until the stream gets caught up with about a couple hundred people, and then we'll get to talking about the subject matter today. Before we get too into it, I wanted to thank a fan that got me some Death Wish coffee. That was very nice of them to send me some Death Wish coffee. I got the coffee maker right there in front of me. Sugar, cream, but what? How should I drink it black? Because I never drink coffee black. It's just gross as shit. But we'll see how you guys want me to drink it. If you want me to drink it black with sugar, what's the best way to drink coffee? How do you drink coffee? I'm a cream and sugar guy on the sweeter side, light and sweet. Like this bitch up. But yeah, thank the fan that got me some Death Wish coffee. I appreciate everyone that, sends me stuff and wants me to try some coffee. It's cool shit. So a lot of people chatting up on the line here. Got Jared Wells, Ivan, Trevor, Casey, 526. YouTube Corrupt says, what's up, brother? E-Rock Brandon says, ahoy, everybody. Ahoy, ahoy. And I already got a paid chat from SK Performance. Thank you, SK Performance, for hooking the brother up. It says, money for tomorrow's tuna with no crust. And then Dunkin' Donuts money. Bam Bam's flow. Man, I don't want to get fat. But do my usual. Okay, I think I'm just going to do cream and sugar because I want to enjoy it. Now, for those of you that saw the dating channel not too long ago, where I had regular Coca-Cola and you saw that I absolutely turn into a different person. That show got removed because of copyright. I just went all in and was just, I played every song. I sang along to Biggie Smalls and like Tupac, and it was gone. It was gone. Initially just see you later, gone. By the way, did you guys notice my new decoration back there? That's right. I had to go pick up some plastic cups, solo cups, and at Family Dollar, and they actually stocked up on VMSs. So I got some Family Dollar stars ready, and I bought a pair for the white car because the red car's got S77s, but the white car just needs rears with some drag radials mounted on it when I do some roll stuff. So yeah, check it out. Some Family Dollar stars. I went to get some solo cups, and then I went to the candy aisle, and right under the six slits, there were the VMSs, so it was a good time. So yeah, the Family Dollar stars are on deck. It'll be a nice decoration until I get some tires for it. Havoc Speed, who is local to me, those guys have a huge delivered tires coming through, so I might just pick up a set of 305, 45, 17s for the street stuff, because the white car at the end of the day is just going to be a roll car, a handling car. I already have drag cars, so I don't really need another drag car. So it'd be cool to have just a roll car just to mess around with. But yeah, I have... They're 17 by 9. I don't know if they come in 17 by 10, but it was like some set that was lingering around PBH for a very long time. Matt211GT says, FY, if it makes less power than you think, it does. Don't ask. Emotion Engage is out of business. SET no longer supported. Google is free. YOLO is just a character. Alex is not your friend. Fix your shit. Wonderful. Beautiful, Matt2011GT. I could not have said it any better myself. I'm going to wait till about 801, 802 before I start talking about it didn't do its stock edition. What the hell does that mean? It didn't do its stock. What do you mean, Alex? Johnny Boy says, what's up, bitch? Channel support. And Redbird said YDBT. Someone said, did you see the latest episode of Valley Racing where Noah wanted to pay? Okay, I'll talk about that quick before we start getting off. So Valley Racing had a great episode where the leader of the KOK Racing crew, I don't know his name, it's like DJ or something like that, has a beautiful, gorgeous, blue red-eye Challenger. God damn it. So his car's fast, legit fast. So they're negotiating the race with a Mamalona, a F-150 with a Whipple, stock wheels with drag radials on all four corners. Gangster. That guy is gangster. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up negotiating that the red eye would have half of a car and the go. And the Whipple truck was just going to go after chase him down. So after much negotiating, which I really encourage you to watch the video. Casey, do me a favor. Can you put up the Valley Racing channel link on the chat so that people can go there and watch their latest video? It's great. So the guy with the Hellcat lines up. They do burnout line up. And, I guess they're very vague on rules over there. Because when you give the go, well, that guy can just sit there for an hour if he wants and go whenever the fuck he wants. And you have to react to him. So the Challenger owner, the red eye owner, took advantage, and he just sat his ass there. I was like, "You ready? You ready?" And he just sat there because he got the go. They didn't negotiate. Go within 10 seconds. Go within 5 seconds. Go within. He could be there till tomorrow. He could still be there, and the F-150 has to chase him down. So what happens? He takes off, and the F-150 guy didn't even take off because you don't want to chase him down and say he chases the race. So they go back to negotiate because that's what they do. After the race, they go back to the parking lot. They negotiate. He goes, "I want my fucking money. I want my fucking money. Give me my fucking money." The guy with the Challenger. And the F-150 guy's like, "Yo, you're burning me down." And I'm thinking it's a Whipple. You're not on the trans brake. Whatever. So, he's just sitting there. And the Charger, in my opinion, won that race. But the F-150 guy did not agree. Okay, no problem. So then they said, "Well, I'm not going to pay you on that shit because you burned me down for 15 seconds. And he's like, and the N-word is flying, and it's just great to watch. It's wonderful, wonderful show. Anyway, they ended up negotiating a complete length and the go. The F-150, "Let's do it right now. I'll give you a whole car and the go." And I was like, "Ooh," and he's like, "All right, N-word." And they went back out to the Compton Dragway or whatever it's called. And the Challenger, geez, I don't know why I keep fucking up. The Challenger owner goes, spins, the F-150 passes him, but you can tell the red eye stopped the F-150's pull at about just past the 8th mile mark. You could tell that the pull stopped. The F-150 was, woo, and bam, the pull stopped. And then the Hellcat red eye was trucking, fucking right up to the dude's shit. But nobody was at the finish line to see who won. And then the Challenger owner says, "When you give me one, we extend the quarter-mile marker by 30 feet. F-150 guy's like, "I don't know that." And then the cameraman, he was like, "Yo, nobody had a guy down there? Nobody had a guy to check the finish line?" No. They just had a GoPro footage that showed like a 13-second run. And he's like, "Yo, it's over. It's a wrap." And he's like, "Nah, I won, man. I won." And you know what? At the end of the day, nobody paid. And I was like, nobody paid? Ugh. But then I saw the F-150 racing a couple of Camaros, and he took care of business. Legit took care of business. So that little F-150 is very cool. Yeah, Javi Luna, I saw the 1320 Desert 1320 post. I saw it. The F-150 was rolling. That's why I'm like, when he said he was on the trans brake, I'm like, it's a Whipple. There's no trans brake. If you put a trans brake on a Whipple, something's wrong with you. But anyway, at the end of the day, that little F-150 rolls the fuck out. And, I can't wait to get my hands on a Mama Luna. Very good. So we'll talk about real quick. It didn't do its stock. So we have had a rash, we Lund Racing, but me particularly, have had a rash of customers that say, "Hey, my car is idling 100 RPMs higher than stock. Is that normal?" So I started thinking, I turned on the coffee maker. So if you hear some gurgling in the background, it's the coffee maker. So then I started going, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean is it normal? They're like, "Well, it didn't do its stock. So why is it idling at 850 when stock it idled at 575, 600? And I go, you have a twin bore throttle body? Yes, I do. You have a Cobra Jet intake manifold? Yes, I do. You have a Ford Racing cold air intake? Yes, I do. Did any of that shit come stock in the car? Oh no. So why the fuck are you referencing it didn't do it stock? Am I crazy? Or I knew right off the rip that the moment I tuned my car, it would drive different. It would have characteristics what that the tuner wanted in the tune, and that I would have to get used to how it drives after it was tuned. The first tune I ever got, believe it or not, guys, from Bama. That's right, because I didn't know a goddamn thing about Coyotes, and I'm like, Bama tuning? 93 race tune? Sounds good. It didn't perform any better on the fucking regular tune than the race tune. So I started going, well, it idles a little different, and it drives a little different, and the throttle's a little touchier, but I guess that's a byproduct of the tune. And I just drove it. I didn't really sit there and trip the fuck out and go, oh my God, it's not driving exactly like stock. So I was okay. But I'm starting to notice a lot of people get used to how the car drives stock, throw a blower on it and go, wait a minute, I was told it was going to drive like stock. Understand this, guys. The only way a car is going to drive like stock is if it's stock and it's on the stock Ford tune. So anytime someone says drives like stock, they are lying to you. Drives like stock is basically a way of them saying it drives pretty good. Throttle's pretty predictable, linear, no bucking, no weird idling. So it's like stock. They don't say drives exactly like stock. They say drives like stock, meaning pedals okay, pedals good. Look, truth be told, I have driven our competitor stuff all over the place. And there are certain things that you expect. You expect different throttle mapping, different timing, different startup, everything. But when a car accelerates on its own without any throttle manipulation, that's just a shitty tune. That's just a shitty tune. Again, if you leave your foot at 20% and it starts to go up the RPMs and it starts to accelerate on its own, like what? That literally is just a lazy, bad tuner, right? Plain and simple. And I've experienced plenty of that. And I go, well, the issue, to be honest with you, it feels to me like it's a calibration issue. Fueling is fine, spark is fine, but the way it feels, the way it accelerates without me actually giving it much gas, that's a tune issue. And that's where people start to understand tuning a little bit. I had a guy recently, manual Mustang, Whipple, local guy, telling me, Alex, it doesn't, after you tuned it, it doesn't accelerate in fourth gear like I'm used to. And I was like, when you're used to what? He goes, on the Whipple tune, it accelerated in fourth gear, no problem. With your tune, it does not accelerate in fourth gear. And I went, that doesn't make any sense. If you mash the gas to the floor in fourth gear, it will accelerate. He goes, it doesn't accelerate. So I go, well, it's not a tune issue. He goes, it's a tune issue. And I'm just like, because unfortunately, that's what everyone thinks. Everyone thinks that the tune can override mechanical issues. At the end of the day, he ended up going back to Ford, ended up finding out he had a cam issue. My car, my 2019 right now, is literally exhibiting issues where I know the cam, the intake cam, is falling out of phasing as I'm driving. That's right. Gen 3 cars, when you're driving, and let's say you're in cruise control and you're at that weird state of decel and acceleration, my car goes, and I go, whoa, let me log that. Bam, hit the engage, log it, come back. Yeah, the intake cam is wigging out, especially when the car heats up. After an oil change, watch that issue go away. So again, guys, treating your car like if it's gonna be exactly like stock after you've calibrated it, that's just not the case. If you put a Boss intake manifold in it, it's going to be lazy or down low. Do you know how many times I've seen guys put a Cobra Jet intake manifold on a 14 auto car with stock converters and 315s and then complain that their 60-foot sucks? And then I have to ask them that crucial question. Do you know anything about cars? Do you know anything about how cars operate? Do you know that you have to change everything of the vehicle in order to take advantage of the power curve that intake manifold setup and cams and lack of converter are how they're going to feel? What do you mean? Like, why did I get a 6F converter and 373s in a car that has a GT350 manifold? Because I want to take advantage of the high RPM power band that manifold has. If I wanted to keep it having a bunch of grunt down low, I would have kept the stock intake manifold, kept the 315s, and maybe gotten a little bit a small converter. You know, something less than a 6 fucking C or 6F or whatever the hell it is. So again, it didn't do its stock edition means stop comparing your car modded and tuned than when it was stock. If you want it to feel like stock, you revert everything back to stock and load the stock Ford tune, and it'll feel like stock. Anything aside from that, it's going to be tuned, and depending on what kind of sauce the tuner that you chose puts on it, that's how it's going to feel. Ooh, my coffee's done. All right, so my coffee's done. Let me get a little water here. Oh, yeah, a little late ASMR. All right. Let me see. I pre-mix my stuff. Yes, I kind of bring it down here. I gotta have my sugar. I ain't fucking around. I got out my sugar. I'm not one of these guys that's like, oh, you know, you drink it with cream, and that's how men drink it. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm a child. You know what I'm saying? I do just a little bit, you know, just a bit, just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, the spoon is all nasty now. All right. Coffee time with Alex. Do I want to do like a pouring cup thing? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how good this sounds on camera. It's dark. Holy shit, this thing is black as fuck. Damn. This thing, I didn't think I mixed it that crazy, but this thing's black as shit. Whoa, there goes that. There goes the cream. Cream went flying. Okay. Coffee time with Alex. Big ass sugar jug. Yeah, because that lasts me like a year. What are you gonna buy little packets all the time? Well, you should buy the little one. One big one. I don't like going to Publix. 5 tablespoons of sugar. It was really like 2, but I made them in little tiny amounts to make it look good for the camera. Okay. So, wow. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to compare it to something else. So, it's definitely strong. That shit will make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Grow some hair on your balls. You know what I'm saying? When did I start drinking coffee? You must not catch the morning shows. So it's strong, but not muddy. Muddy to me is like Starbucks coffee. Starbucks coffee is muddy, where it's super rich and quote unquote bold, but this is actually strong, but not muddy. Would you call that smooth? Wow, this is good. It's good. We'll see if by the end of the show I am calling everybody out by name and going to their Facebook page and making fun of their pictures that talk shit on us. So yeah, that'll be interesting in a couple. See how everything goes. Okay, we got some comments here. What's up, Bitcho? Got Johnny Boy. We got Edgar Ratana said, what up, Bitcho? Mike Henkelman. I don't know who you are, but you gave me $50, so I like you already. Thank you very much for that big donation. Thank you, sir. Javi Luna says, check out Desert 1320 when you get a chance. Just posted a video of the same F-150 Gap and NA Camaro and a ZL1 Camaro. Good races. Yes, I saw those races. I talked about them earlier. 3 Valveric says, it blows my mind that people complain that their cars being stock, modify them, and then they complain it's not the same as when it was stock. Complete idiocracy. I agree 100%. The moment you mod your car, expect it to be totally different than when you got used to it. Let's say you owned it for 2 years and then you decided to mod it because the warranty is out or whatever. Guys, it's going to drive different than you got used to. 100%. Oh, the throttle's really touchy. The throttle mapping is bone stock. Oh, but it's touchy. You're on E85, so it's going to see more spark. Oh, got it. Eric S. said, what's up, Alex? I got my local muffler shop to adapt some 2012 GT500 mufflers to my 09 GT500 since that's what you always recommended. And I must say, you are right. They sound great. Thanks for the great knowledge and content, Vato. There is no better sounding muffler, bone stock from the factory than 2011 through 2014 Mustang GT500 mufflers, single or quad tip. I don't know what they did. They just sound perfect. And if you have like over the axle pipe OTAs that don't have the resonator in them and you have long tube headers, it sounds, and if you have cams, it sounds phenomenal. It is the most perfect sounding exhaust setup on Coyote and GT500s in my opinion. Pahakahuda says, can you tune VMP return style system Gen 3? It will not be any different than any return style system. Understand this. If you have a Siley, Division X, Lethal, 4 Innovations, or VMP, it gets the same tune. Now, why do I recommend a 4 Innovations fuel system? Because I tell people, dump that fuel system and put the new fuel system on. And I'm not going to change the tune, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And where the previous system petered out at about 750 wheel, the 4 Innovation system just works. And people go, wow, then what was wrong with my old system? I don't know. I don't care. But the tune didn't change, meaning I'm not falsely making the Four Innovations fuel system work better than the previous system. I just know this. Four Innovations fuel systems have never, in the 5 years that I've been tuning for 2 different companies, but 3 total jobs, I've never had an issue with the Four Innovations fuel system. Every other fuel system has had 1 or 2 issues. Plain and simple. I'm just going by experience. So if you want to buy a fuel system twice, be my guest. Austin Maynard says, Alex, car at dealer. I'm one with the exhaust cam bank one throwing a fault and reverting the cams back to 0, waiting to hear back on what they find. Done oil change and swap cam sensors. And yes, I've tried the 5W50. Honestly, I think it has something to do, Austin Maynard, with the either the phaser or the tensioner. It has to do with one or the other, because mine's starting to do the exact same thing yours is doing. I looked at your log and then I looked at my log. I'm like, shit, mine's doing the exact same thing. Hyperlink says GT500s just have that sweet sound, very noticeable versus a 5.0 in my opinion. You're not wrong. EJ, aka Batchy, says channel support for the 15 P1X Pro Charge, 5 years with Lund for the win. JB welded my crank support, it done. That's good. Support three. Poor Boy 313 says, Alex, how's the family? I put my headers on my 2013 with MBRP Race Series axle backs. Now I know why shops charge $500 to $1,000 for install. Love the sound and the butt dyno feels good. Awesome. Good to hear. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt to do, depending on which header you get. Wait till they buy a K-member and complain about drivability. Jose Luis Verdon gave me $20. Didn't see a goddamn thing. You're my boy. And Slowboy Valdez says, I put my Mustang back to stock and it drove amazing. Now that it's stock, PMS tune required intake, 2018 port intake manifold, pipes off-road X-pipe, LU47 injectors, Arizona local pickup, Instagram, Aaron Valdez 712. There you go. He likes how it runs stock. Bye. Modding cars is not for you, Mr. Valdez, but I appreciate the $20. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Someone said a lot of sticky shit on that couch. Yes, I have stripper glitter. I have Dead Hook, who, by the way, have been blown up on Instagram. And I have Skinny's Secret Sauce, which I'm going to try Thursday or Friday on the red car on the street. All I'm going to do is 60 foot, so I don't get caught going 130. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a burnout. No, just dry. Launch the car, see what it's 60 foots. Let it cool down. Put some Skinnies down. Same area, same patch, but obviously not on the rubber. You know, Virgin Road, AKA. Put some Skinnies, do a big burnout, back up, wait a little bit, because apparently you got to wait because it can be greasy. Take off, see what the 60 foot does, and repeat the process with the other 2. But some people have said, Alex, don't do that because you now already have prep on that tire. So it's a good idea to test 1 prep company per day. And I think I agree with that. So I could do Skinnies 1 video, Dead Hook, and then stripper glitter, and then make them all 1 video. So I don't bore you guys with 3 different videos, and I don't want to get hell from all 3 companies. So I think I'm going to do that pretty soon. Alicia Hernandez, I don't know who she is, but she's so cute. I don't know who she is. And if she has a boyfriend, too bad. I just got my lethal fuel system. Guess I'll sell it for innovations. Lethal fuel system for sale. $1,500, $2,000 value for sale. Look, I'm not saying sell it. I'm just saying if we start coming across issues, I've never had an issue with 4 innovations. I'm sure Lethal's fuel systems are fine. I know a couple of GT500s we've tuned that have made 1,200 horsepower with a set of 485, aka 285 pumps. So I think it will be fine. But with 4 innovations, I've never had a fuel system. Alicia. Guys are going to hit on you big time now because you're a girl. Eric Vega says, Alex, I installed the cradle bushing and now I have NVH like a clapped out New Edge. Can you tune this out? Speaking of going 130, whatever happened to your ticket? So my ticket was not dismissed. I went to court. I dressed nice. It was Zoom. So this is what they saw. So I had to take all this shit off the couch. You know, I couldn't be like, what the, you know, I didn't have the disco ball on. I just basically sat there and went, hello, Your Honor, how are you doing? And she said, 135 in a 55. And she just put her head down. And I'm like, this, because it was criminal. This judge can suspend my license. This judge can suspend my license. And that was the day I had to take off to go to Texas 2K. So I said, Your Honor, I have an explanation, but not an excuse. And I think she was, because look, before me, there was some people, she was like, sir, you were going 80 in a 55. That'll be 6 hours of driving school and $300. And he like, fuck that, bitch. I'm going to take it to court. Ho, shit. Cop will races his foot. And she goes, okay, take it to court. She had like 30 of those. Then I go and say, Your Honor, I have an explanation, not an excuse. And she's like, shit. She's like, let me hear this motherfucker out. So I said, look, Your Honor, I'm a calibration specialist. I tune fast cars for a living. So a car that goes 130 miles an hour is not really difficult to come by. But I had a bad day at the track. And on the way back, I kind of took it out on the road. And I found a good spot that I thought was not full of cars. And I did a little test there to test out some of the calibration changes. And unfortunately, I got caught doing that in the middle of a test. And again, it is an explanation, not an excuse. And I'm ready to face the consequences. Boy, you could see her demeanor go from you stupid motherfucker to, damn, okay. He's not a fuck like my previous 7 guys from the hood. So she goes, well, Mr. Flores, you're going to pay the full fine, which is $1,100 and something dollars. I said, no problem. And she goes, you're going to have to do a 12-hour driving class, of which I've already done 2 hours because it's at my pace. And then once I finish the class, I get a voucher, go back, no points on my license. I got off super easy because she could have suspended my license, made me go to that, and I would have been hit up for the insurance. So everyone that was telling me, get a lawyer, you are dead fucking wrong, because every person in that courtroom that had a lawyer got the exact same penalty I got. They had a plea deal and traffic class. Plea deal, traffic class. And the only other option was trial, where you are super fucked if you lose. Oh, get a lawyer, get a traffic ticket. Shut the fuck up. Own up to what you did and you're good. Casey says, thank you, Skip Carter Gaming's super chat. Thank you very much, Mr. Carter Gaming. Carter Gaming. Javi Luna, Mike, Johnny Boy, Matt, Bama, and no, Carter Gaming. Mike, Javi, 3Valve, Eric, Baja, Batchy, Poor Boy, L, Slow Boy, Jose, Carter. Why don't other superchargers whine like a Hellcat? How do I get outside whine if possible? I want my Gen 3 to scream outside. Hey guys, the car makes 1100 wheel, but it's quiet. I want it to go, whee! And I'm like, why the fuck do you want it to whine? Do you know how many times I hear people have knock sensor issues on their centrifugals? And I go, let me guess, you got the Heritage gear set. Well, yeah, I want to hear the supercharger. You want to hear the supercharger, or you want to go fast? What are some of the fastest Fords out there some of the slowest Fords out there, supercharged, that make the loudest noise? Cobras. M122 equipped GT500s. They make all the fucking noise. Why? It's a restriction. You're literally hearing the car try to shove air in the fucker, and it can't because it's restrictive. Do you think noise equals flow? How many of you can get outside of a Whipple supercharged car, hear the car go up to the RPMs, and not hear blower whine? Oh yeah, Whipples are kind of quiet, right? Because they flow really well. How about a VMP Gen 3? How many times have you heard one screaming down the fucking shit? Not many. Why? Because it flows pretty good. How many of you have heard an Odin supercharger screaming and whining? Not many, because they flow pretty good. How many of you guys have seen 13-second Cobras? 13s. And you're like, well, it sounds pretty good. Stop it. Stop it with the noise. Stop buying the Heritage gear set. If you buy a supercharger for noise, you're not only a cuck, you're a fucking ricer. You buy a blower for torque and speed, or just a certain power delivery. For fucking noise, it's like the people that buy turbos for the noise instead of the power output. What the fuck is wrong with you? Hey, Carter's Gaming, you want a badass supercharger? Get a Cobra blower and retrofit it onto your shit. It'll make all the fucking noise on the planet. Probably make about, 500 wheel with the EA5. Well, my blower doesn't make any noise. Can I do the blower mod? The blower, the wine mod. Oh my God, some idiot actually was drilling holes into the cold air shield and plumbing that into the cabin so that the person can hear the blower noise. What the fuck is happening? What's happening? Oh my God. Well, Shabura says, who's the chocha? Oh my God. Damn. Bam Bam's Flow became a member. Thank you for the bitch level membership. Coming at you. Check the guy who wants the wine tune. Comment of the week. Carter's Gaming. Hey, babe. KC526. That's the comment of the week. That's it. That's the comment of the week. I mean, it's gotta be. Alex, it's not what you say, but how you say it. Please, you own up what you did. Plus, you own up what you did. Poor boy. No, I understand. Look, you got to own up to what you did and let the cards fall where they may. Some guy's like, you ain't going to do shit, Alex. You're going to be a bitch ass and you're going to be quiet. Just like when the cop came up to you and you were just a bitch. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to get out of the car and go, hey, cop, fuck you. Fuck 12. Fuck bacon. Fuck you, pig, bitch. Yeah, that's real fucking smart. Dumbass motherfucker. Rob Campbell says, oh, fuck. I don't hear anything. On the Whipple and guys trying to buy the sound tube upgrade and the drill in the map, then wonder what's wrong. Exactly. I got 2 tickets same day. Judge gave me 12 hours driving class and paid the fine. It was funny. The judge was like, you're always in a hurry. I said, no, just a bad day. When people don't put blow-off valves so they can hear the choo-choo-choo-choo-choo compression surge. Exactly. Hey, Alex, my PayPal is asking for me your birthday for the membership payments. Does anyone else have this issue? Yes, my birthday is 1. Oh, the minus is that? The fart? Oh, 78. There you go. 1478. And you hear shit and failure horns. At least Terminators hold their value. At least the Terminators hold their value. At least the Terminators hold their value. At least the Terminators hold their fucking value. Oh, look at my shit went flying. At least the Terminators hold their value. At least the Terminators hold their value. Told you this coffee was going to be a problem. Oh, shit. Alex, you're super informative. How to become a member. Oh, KC526 will send you a link on how to become a member. Omar Garza said, what up, homie? EPA me la pela. Omar Garza got the best license plate on the planet. It says EPA MLP, which in Mexican Spanish means sucks my dick. EPA me la pela. I urge you guys to go on the EPA.gov Instagram and don't say fuck EPA or nothing like that, but let them know that what they're doing is not going to work and the RPM Act at least is going to hopefully pass and thwart their efforts to take away our beloved hobby. So I urge you, go to EPA.gov in terms of at EPA.gov on Instagram and go up there and voice your opinion. Tell them you ain't fucking with our hobby. Fuck you. EPA me la pela. Support from Australia, mate. Ben McLean. Thank you very much, brother. Some Aussie support. What spark plug do I get for a Paxson Gen 2? NGK 6510s. Gap them at 28,000. At around 10 PSI, you should be good to go. Rafa Lima says, 16 VMP Gen 2R. Car just got a 4 Innovations fuel system and looking to run 85 on a 79mm pulley. Can I get a 93 tune for a 79 or need to pulley up for 93? No, 79 is on the cusp for a Gen 2R. To being, depending on where you're located, it's got to have good quality 93. But I had 93 octane for a very long time with my VMP on a 79mm pulley, and the car went 1090s with it. And then it went 1050s with the 85, and then it went 10-1 with a 75mm pulley. Oh, man. Yo, it's not an Etsy store. Terminator was an investment. High-end watch is a better choice. It actually goes up. They don't like me, OJ Simpson says. My Magnetic GT. says, laughing my ass off. Alex, have you had any issues with oil consumption on the Gen 3 motors? Checked my oil after 4,000 miles and my oil change, and it was over 1 quart low. I would get catch cans to prevent the oil from getting sucked back into the intake via those PCV, positive crankcase ventilation, PCV hoses. So I would get a catch can to catch any oil that might make its way into the intake manifold, because at high RPMs, you have a lot of oil pressure in a Coyote, and it can happen. What the hell kind of coffee was that again? Hey, kidney beans. This coffee made me go on a rant on Terminators. Death Wish Coffee Company. Hold the value. I fucking hate that argument. I don't buy a car for an investment. I buy a car to enjoy it. The only car you would buy for an investment is some Ferrari you hope catches fire. Remember the Magnum PI Ferrari? Magnum. Where is it? Videos. Yeah, this coffee's kicking in. Intro. That Ferrari back in its day was whack. And all of a sudden it became like a valuable car. Here we go. Oh shit, where is a 1080 monitor? Oh no, where are you? 1080 monitor. Oh, 1080 monitor. There you go. It's gonna get copyrighted and I'm gonna miss on the money. There it is. That fucking Ferrari was worth some dough. Ooh, look at the booty. Let me just, here we go. I don't know what it is. I'm sure Jay Rubin's gonna go, oh, my friend has 7 of those. This bitch was worth some money. Actually, it was pretty cheap about 15 years ago. Now, you can't find these bitches for like, I don't know, under like what, 60 or 70? Like clapped out. I'm buying King Cobra for an investment. Dear God, guys. 16 GT VMP got him. Walker Blankenship says, hey, Alex, I got a Gen 2 6R80 full bolt-on E85 New Edge. Getting a 3,000 stall for boost later. Do you think 3,000 stalls enough for 10s NA? 3,300 pounds. Race weight. What do you think is the best rear gear for that setup? Tia! Thanks in advance. Depends on the stall. If it's like a Circle D meant for NA applications at that weight, you'd have to spec it out specifically for that. You can't just like buy a used 3C that was stalled for TVS or turbo setups. You have to definitely match the converter to the weight, gear ratio, everything like that. So I would do, if you want to go 10s, if you have a 6R80, remember, first gear is 417. So all you need is a 315 gear at that weight. So I would get a regular 315 gear ratio or 331 and ride out with that horse with a 26 or 20, well, let's say 27 or 28 inch tall tire. With a Boss manifold, the 85 or 18 manifold and 85, it should go 10s, no problem. Still running to get the bitches too, and YOLO set me up back in 2017. Good tunes, don't go bad, just saying. Jen Psaki's in the house. Are you going to circle back to that? Jen Psaki, how you guys doing? Jen Psaki, who is probably has the most difficult job trying to justify this shithead's presidency. How you doing, Jen? She's hot, though. She's a redhead. How the hell do you remember this, Jasper Deblin? How do I remember what? The Magnum PI? What? If I win the Mustang Laps, I'll give away a car. The first mod I do is to get a Lund tune on that ship. Because it's actually fast. Well, it's tuned by someone else, and that means it's actually fast. My son Alex is zooted. About 150K. Nope, I have 0 friends with a Ferrari like that. Jay Rubin's always like, oh, I got 15 friends with a Chiron and a Chiron and I got a Bugatti, McLaren. Yeah. Like there was like a little in-between period where Bugatti made McLaren and McLaren made Bugatti, and it was called a Bugarin, a Mugatti. I'm like, oh my God, Jay Rubin. Stop. I swear to God. Oh, don't tell me that. I'd love Rosa. Just get that child bucket list item crossed off. Wow. Okay. All right. Circle Sack. Circle Back. Circle Sack. That's nice. That's a good name for her. Circle Sack. Can we circle back around to it? Jen Psaki, Ferraris are overpriced and underpowered. Fuck Biden, says McFuckface. Great show and content as always. Would you happen to know the difference in power delivery on a Boss 302 with a VMP Gen 3R versus the VMP Odin? Thanks. Well, I think both of them have the 2650 rotor pack because they stopped development on the 3100 rotor pack. They just didn't feel they had the oomph that they felt that they needed to, justify making a whole new case or retrofitting the 3100 rotor pack into a case. So I think it's going to be similar power delivery because it's a 2650. I have an Edelbrock supercharged Fairmont. That motherfucker goes 10s on a stock pulley with the 85. And a 4R200 trans. That's what you guys didn't realize about the last video that I put out there. It's got a 4R200 trans, meaning a 6R80 with a PBH 4R200 hub. If that thing had a 6R80, I probably would never have gotten off the line. But the fact that it went that with low power, 10.7 on the street with like a 2.060 foot, I'm pretty happy with that. I just needed to get to front half on the street. That thing cost $20,000 for a service. That GTO Ferrari made 395 horsepower. Same combo would pay $24,000 for 06 GT with 13,000 miles. I never owned a Bugatti, says Jay Rubin. Not sure how they're underpowered. Ferrari has cars that make nearly 1,000 horsepower. The Liger, the most, my favorite animal in the world is a Liger. It's a lion bred with a tiger, and the growth gene is like removed so that thing can just keep growing forever. It's like a magical being, the Liger. I love Napoleon Dynamite. I love you guys. You guys are in my head. You guys are in my fucking head. I love it. Saki is ugly. Saki can get some of this bitch from the back. Alejandro's like Bart Simpson when he drinks super squishy episode. Remember that? When he went into the Quickie Mart and got underneath and him and Millhouse? Yeah, I'm fucking psycho. I remember all this shit. Red hair don't make for the witch face. Let's look up Jen Psaki, everybody. Let me see her ass. Jen Psaki ass. Let me see if there's a side view of Jen Psaki. Let me see what's still going on with the cooling. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, no, that's not her cooling. Oh, Jen Psaki's little as fuck. Oh, she looks very narrow, like she doesn't eat meat. Someone blew up her tits. Someone blew up her tits. Great. Oh, I'm looking for Jen Psaki. There's no cooling. There's no cooling pictures of Jen Psaki. Hot or not, Jen Psaki. Nah, she's not hot at all. She's not hot at all, but I'm trying to look at the cooling. She probably a vegetarian. She ain't got no... Oh, whoa. Shit, how do you go back? Fuck, how do you go back? There it is. All right. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not going to work, baby. You're a nice girl. You're probably... yeah, you need to eat more meat. Get some hormones in that shit from the chicken. Do you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, here's some moolah for answering my question the other day, fam. 100%. Thank you, Stallion50. I appreciate that, man. Matt, Twin Living GT says, yes, I know it's not going to last dragging, but the Boss 302 Torsen diff is the best handling upgrade I've ever done to my S197. Takes corners so much better. 100%. For corner carving, Torsen is better. For just straight bullshit, the stock limited slip is on the money. Are billet manifolds worth it? I have a built Gen 2 from NPR. 4 triple pump system and twin turbo setup and want the car to go full nut at the racetrack. It's worth it if you want to make sure that your intake manifold doesn't just explode at 30 PSI, causing fuel to go all over your shit. So maybe in terms of safety, I think it's worth it because, you can shove a bunch of boost in it and it's a billet. It's not going to pop, but if you have like a Cobra Jet that could just split in half, 18 manifold that can just have a problem, anything plastic that can be a liability at the track when you're, boosting 25 plus PSI down its throat. Best Mode EM says, I have an LX Fox with a 4.8 Windsor and 12/6 compression and a big cam for good for power to 8,000 RPMs. Has a glide, just got hit up Circle D, light car, 410-inch. Love the work, man. Dude, that's badass. A 408, a big inch Windsor, 12/6 compression with a glide, and the thing's probably light as fuck. Why's that bitch run 9s like nothing? Like nothing. like bracket car 9s. Watching Napoleon Dynamite now. Very nice, very nice. That wine tune. Oh, but it needs to hold its value better. Hold its value. Alejandro, I love watching your shows while porting. 454 Chewy. Welcome, bitcha. JD Swag. JD Swag became bitcha level? Love it. Michael Merck's in the house. McFuckface says, nah, I'm good. Nothing like 80s full bush porn. Wow. Jen is a bitch with a fat ass. Wow. Ted Cruz talking that shit. Ted Cruz, I love you, by the way. Love you, Ted Cruz. He's talking all that shit. Any update on finding a shop? So Mike's Garage, I hit up the last place I inquired about, and they said it's not going to be ready till June. And I said, that's too far away. So I started really looking in the area, and I couldn't find shit. So I hit them up again yesterday, and I said, hey, look, I understand you're looking out for your clients because they're using it as storage. If it becomes available between now and June, just give me a heads up. I'm willing to wait because it is a perfect shop. Now, it's going to be dead ass in the middle of summer. So I'm going to need airflow. It's going to be hot as hell. The place has no AC. So it's going to be hot as hell. I wanted to get in there early to do some of the stuff that I needed to do. And just summer's here, we don't race. It's just hot as shit. We go to the beach, blah, blah, blah. But it's just too hot, too muggy. So we don't race, but we work on our cars. And nitrous guys race all year round. They make their own DA. But we don't race generally in the summer here. So I didn't want to get in there in the summer and just sweat my balls off and not race. But if I need to do so, I need to do so. I got to get something going, man. I can't work on the cars out here anymore. I got axle seals to do. I got calipers to replace. And that little storage is just not cutting it. Any updates on finding a shop? Got that. J. Rubin, call me weird. I do not like a big ass. I like an ass you can fit in the hand. I'm weird. I know. It's not that you're weird. It's just you probably don't got the bicho. Tú no tienes ese bicho. Because big booty is life. Not fat, ugly booty. Big booty is life. When I see a woman with the right hip to waist ratio and them thick legs, I don't care about boobs. Don't care. Skull Crusher Gaming says, hey, Alex, looking to go with a Stage 2 Whipple tuner kit for my 2020 10-speed GT. It's going to be remote dyno tuned by you guys. 93 is the only fuel available in my area. 700 real horsepower pushing the limit. It's close. It's close. The Gen 3s do really well, and they make good power with pretty low boost. So it might be possible, but I wouldn't aim for that as a goal because your fuel in your area is going to dictate how much time we could shove down its throat. Magna PI had the Ferrari 308. They had like 250 horsepower. Alex, says Eric Kirby, can you use 91 octane instead of 93 octane for a flex tune? Yes. I don't have 93 access in the area. Yes. Real simple. Yes. Good seeing you live, says Garland Goff. Would the 85 be worth it on a 2010 GT500? I read the pumps don't like it. You would have to upgrade your fuel system because I don't think those pumps in particular on 2010 GT500s are adequate enough to supply the vehicle with proper fuel. So you're going to have to go with a return style fuel system. But if you have a 2010 with a TVS and you can get a return style fuel system in the bitch with the 85, hell yeah, it's worth it. And every single one of my cars, Garland, has the 85. I've never had an issue with the pump, but I drive them often. Can you run a Ghost Cam tune with LTH and high flow kitties every once in a while, or is it strictly for FFE? Sorry if you've answered this before already. I wouldn't daily on the Ghost Cam. I drive it for a day or two and get it off the bitch if you're running emissions components. If you're completely off the road, nowhere near the fucking road, at a racetrack, and the car's not registered, yes, you can run it with free-flowing exhaust. Coming from SCT, says Matt11GT, now that the Gen 1 RTD is supported, should I use the SCD to revert to stock, start the RTD process? Sorry if it's stupid. I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea to unmarry the SCT and give you the stock strategy back in the vehicle. Now, remember, you have a Boss 302, 2011 GT. So let's say you now have a boosted strategy. We're going to have to license the stock strategy, which is like HYZ6. And then we're going to have to put a Roush file in it potentially because it has a TVS. And that has bypass logic. It has a bunch of stuff baked in that we like to use because it's a good file. That means that's where the licensing issue comes in. It licenses the stock tune and then the strategy change. But you'll get those credits refunded. So it's not going to affect you. But yeah, it's a good idea to unmarry the SCT. Now, if you find the logging process a little difficult with the RTD, log with the SCT. Yeah, log with the SCT. I don't see any issue with logging with the SCT and flashing with the RTD. If you're already used to SCT logging. Sent you a meme. I made your email. Gotta love the Termi owners. Oh, you sent me an email, Bijo? Josh Montero. Let me see it. That's good. I like it. Very nice. Let's show the people what the. That's good shit. That was fast. You guys are fast with that shit. I like it. I like the fact that you guys are on the ball with that stuff, and that guy's out there sending me memes. So that's how you get on the show, man. You start making memes and shit. It's a good time. Let me download it. Retain its value. Retain its value. Look at this. This guy. At least Terminators hold their value. Boy, I look like a fucking oaf. That's good shit right there. Whoa, oh my God, this thing's going crazy. Okay, there we go. Very good. Good shit. Love it. Hey, Alex, wow. Anthony says, Ted Cruz says, she can go to Mexico with me. Hey, Alex, what can cause your car to add timing? My 2012 Fiveohalex full bolt-on 47 injectors, not fuel additive. John Nardi told me that. It done. Wow, what the fuck did he say? Can anyone decipher what Anthony said, like in English? I'd love that. Ted Cruz is funny as fuck. The last 50 was for the channel support. This 20 is for your next kayaking date. Give him the side, bitcho. Says Mike Henkelman. Mike Henkelman. I'll try. I got a lot of ball and legs to get that bitcho in. You know what I'm saying? Troy Johnson says couch porting donation. Oh, fuck. Let me go scroll all the way down because there's a lot of comments that came through. Alex, any updates on you purchasing a tow rig? Ah, fuck. Alfredo Diaz says, hey, Alex, putting in an order for a 4 Innovations fuel system. I currently have an issue burning the wires to the pump. I saw my car was tuned to 70 PSI base fuel pressure. The car runs fine, though. What? Who? Alfredo Diaz. We never asked you to go to 70 PSI, did we? Usually what we say is, with a boost reference line installed on the regulator, you set it to 45 PSI. With a boost reference line installed on the regulator, seeing vacuum/boost, at idle, fuel pressure should be 45 PSI. The funniest part is when you set your shit flying, it hit the outlet that controls the disco ball, and it almost brought the whole motherfucking rig down, like all the way down. I said rig with an R. Hey, Alex, should I dial the jets on my carb 2 full turns, call it a race tune? So, Alex, if your couch touches the wall, which one do you port for most performance, couch or wall? Boy, that's a good question. The reason we made a fortune on Terminators is because they're a bunch of Walmart fall-apart pieces of junk. But but it retains its value. Like, I see guys, look, I understand, like, if you grew up in the 60s era and you're like, why is there Camaro, RS, SS, big block going for hundreds of thousands of dollars? It's a piece of junk. Well, it's the people that grew up in that era that came to money later in life. They're like, I remember my childhood in those cars. I suspect Terminators were like that for people that had barbed wire tattoos. Remember Pamela Anderson with the barbed wire tattoo? So the guys that had no fear, remember no fear shirts? Remember that? Remember the no fear stickers? So for you young guys, for whatever reason, from 99 to like 2006, every shithead on the fucking planet had no fear stickers all over their shit. And I'm like, what does this mean? I don't get it. So then it became that, and then that Calvin and Hobbes character pissing on like Chevy, pissing on Ford, but the no fear stickers, you know, the Terminator owners had these stickers. They had no fear, stickers on their Terminators, barbed wire tattoos. They wore their hat on backwards all the time. They had the North Carolina Tar Heels blue hat on backwards, but they lived in like Georgia. And you're like, what the fuck is going on here? I think the Danimal was like, oh my God, no fear. I forgot about that. I think it's why I like Terminators, to be honest. It's from when I grew up and what got me into Mustangs. Yes, I'm not sure what crack people are smoking with Terminators and holding their value. They're literally a hunk of shit. I'm with it. I had no fear shirt, but to be fair, I was like 12. Before bros, we had no fear dudes. Laughing my ass off, no fear, and the barbed wire tattoos, no fear. Yes, there's still that world. The tap out guys, Gallo 24. Tap out shirts, the douchebag dress code, Big Johnson shirts. Oh my God, Big Johnson shirts are the worst. Thoughts on M&H drag radials for A10 bolt-on GT? Good drag radial, old school, good compound, good street drag radial. The bias ply, I love them very much on my light box body. Had 28 by 10 by 15s on a car that made maybe 300 wheel. I could dump the clutch at 6,000 with dead hook. It was awesome. The reason, okay, Matt 2011 GT says, I'm making 834 with my Ettelbach 2300. Wow. That's crazy. That's a lot. 12-to-1 compression, 3-2-1, but it doesn't whine, and 3 out of the 4 couches touch the wall. Damn, I'm a someone else company guy. Ernie Montalvo, can I get away with LU47s on a P1 Pro Charger, pump 93 FFE, snow and meth? It'll be closed. We're going to have to limit you on RPM to about maybe 6,800 RPM, because the Pro Charger tunes do come with actually, Ernie, what year vehicle? Gen 3, you can get away with it because you got 16 injectors. But Gen 2 and 1, I prefer you have at least a MU52 or a GT500 injector. No fear stickers, LOL. I wore a ton of Big Johnson shirts. Remember those? Member berries. Eric S. says, I love the Termi because I grew up around them, but for $25,000, I'd much rather buy a 15 to 17 GT or 07 to 09 GT500. And the half the miles. Yeah, 100%. Sorry, 2019 GT. Ernie Montalvo, yes. You're okay with a LU47 on a Gen 3? Absolutely. How necessary are crankcase breathers for Vortec V3s on a GT350? I suddenly have a small oil leak that I need to track down. What are the odds of a crankcase pressure causing this issue? I don't think it's causing that issue, but it's a good idea if it is boosted to ventilate the crankcase. So get some breathers or catch cans or something to absolutely make sure that the pressure in the crankcase is as low as possible. Orale Holmes, ese quema, says Blue99. Andrew Cuervo, the barbed wire tattoos with the tap out shirts. Okay, so here we go. Tap out shirts. Yeah. Like, guys that had these tattoos growing up were hilarious. Like, what's a barb? What does that mean? I don't get it. I don't get barbed wire tattoos. Like, I don't get any of that. Yeah. Oh my God. Affliction, guys. Oh, fucking Affliction guys are the best, bro. Tap out. Barbed wire. Oh. Oh my God, bro. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry if you got one of these, but if you got one of these and own Affliction shirts or tap out shirts, you're a douchebag. You're a fucking douchebag. Dude, fucking people are asking $20,000 for rusted out donks, $10,000 for S95. People are stupid. We need bumble swipes. No fear came from Moto X and 95 F-150 trucks that you could ever imagine. Fuck, I just pulled my couch away from the wall. Can I buy your D4 MT82 when you get the new one? Tanu Paji, it is a core for Ben Calamer, so it's going to go to Ben Calamer. Insta douche status, 100%. Barbed wire tattoos are the original edgy guys. YouTube Corrupt says, how do you feel about flame tattoos on the arm? Yeah, I used to see guys that had flame tattoos almost to say, like, these hands are fire. Like, these hands are coming at you so fast as fire. And it's like, certain type of guy, it's almost advertising that you're willing to knuckle up. And it's weird to me. It's weird to me because I think the guys that can really fight, they don't advertise that they can fight. They just, can get down when things get real. But when you falsely put out that vibe of like, I can knuckle down, come at it, you're inviting that kind of behavior. And don't be surprised if someone knocks your ass out and those flame tattoos are, you're sitting on the ground snoring with flame tattoos on your arms. Sorry, my couch does touch the wall. My race hauler, still a peasant? Wow, that's pretty good. No, you're not a peasant. Otis Coyote, the best Instagram food guy on the planet. $4.90, give me $4.99. Thank you very much. I got a tribal. Really regret it now. Come on for the Cobras times They were great. Come on, for the Cobra times, they were great. Cobras with a pulley were going 11.9. Cobras stock with a small tune and pulley, that's it, we're running 11.9, 11.8. Fox bodies with a short belt, rockers, and 410s were running similar times. They weren't that great. Oh, they're lighter. They made 225 horse. Ugh. Stop making sense. Orderly. They all had a chin strap, laughing my ass off. My cousin has flaming tattoos on his wrist. Wow. I have them, but I don't wear it in a decade, so I'm still a douchebag if I have it. Oh, you mean an affliction shirt or a tap out shirt? Yeah, 100%. Super Pump Mustang 7G is coming out. Woo! I can't wait to rumble. Oh, so you're going to have a bunch of misinformation on Mustang 7G forums. Awesome. Omar Garza says, I went 9.3 151 with my Edelbrock 2650 3900. My God, Omar. If that sucker loses 200 pounds, you're probably touching high 8s, 9.0s. With a 6 rib. Gen 3 2.65 pulley. Wanted to add my 15% overdrive. We're going to be hitting that 8.9. Maybe. Maybe. Bro, that's legit. It's going to be another like 40 horse with that overdrive. Match 11 GT says, yeah, man, 823 crank horsepower. Oh, who the fuck measures horsepower at the crank? If that's the case, my dick's 12 inches long because I'm measuring from the back of my neck. The fuck out of here. 823 crank horsepower? Who the fuck measures that? What are you, Ford? Well, it's got 823 brake horsepower. What? He's got a 265 grip tech, ported to 2300, Gen 2 head, soft wall compression, and direct port nitrous that I haven't tuned for yet. Dano Paji says, I'll send him mine as a core and give you the core free. I don't have third or fourth, just need a working one because I might get rid of the car. What year is it? Do you have a 19 or an 18, Tanu? Because if you have an 18, I can sell you I have an 18 trans and a 19 trans. Yes, they are different because of the sensor for downshift rev matching. Zach Z says, stupid question, but I hope it's not the comment of the week. Is too much breather a thing? Wanting to add 2 breathers to my Vortec Fox body. Breathers? What do you mean? Like on the engine? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you saying? Too much breather? I don't get it. Ever thought about doing a Spanish word of the day? No. Terminator looks aggressive. No. I don't think the Terminator looks aggressive. I just never thought it was an aggressive car. I never liked the SNs. I never liked the new edges. I never thought they were like aggressive. I think they looked good, but hell, the 07 to 10 GT500s to me looked more aggressive than a Terminator. Then the 2011 GT500 came out and I fell in love. I'm like, woof, that's a perfect car. Oh, but you have a 2013. You bought a 20. Why did you buy a 2014? Because it was available, reasonably priced for a 1200 horsepower car. 2019 Becho Tanu. Sorry, no. I got to give Ben that one back. Unless you send him your core, but we'd have to work it out. And it's this whole triangle of bullshit. It just seems like shit can happen that we don't want to happen. But I understand you want to send him yours, but I mean, I just don't want to get involved in that triangle bullshit. Direct port nitrous dump. What up, bitches? Says Chris Wallace is in the house. Chris Wallace, how you doing? Man, you really fucked up on that debate going after Trump. You lost all your credibility, Chris Wallace. I'd rather drive an MN12 T-Bird Super Coupe over a Termi, and those are shit too. Mod for mod, how would you compare the performance of E85 tunes versus 100 octane tunes? Just curious, as we don't have E85 here. I think it's comparable. Now, E85 is like a fat kid in a candy store. You know, the fat kid is your motor, and the candy store is E85. And yum, just give me. With C16 and hotter burning fuels, I don't think it's that much of an improvement, E85 over that, but I think the car will run safer with an ethanol-based fuel as long as fuel delivery is on point than a petroleum-based fuel. The ones on the valve covers, laughing my ass off. Yeah, you should be fine. You can run open breathers. You're just going to smell everything. Unless you run a catch can situation. Jay Rubin says, at Matt Jones, I'm at 1,000 wheel horsepower on the 6-rib Vortex still, just using a grip tech, says Jay Rubin. Boom, bye-bye. It says, hey, Alex, I just ordered the Stage 2 MT82 gearbox from Ben Calimer. Does it make sense to change and upgrade my pilot bearing and slave cylinder? Yeah, I would get new stuff all the time if you're going to take the trans out. I would just upgrade anything you can just to have a nice clean slate so that nothing happens when you put a brand new transmission in there. Ported blower Cobra is better than a full bolt-on S197 5.0. Wow, he is smoking fucking crack. He said a ported blower Cobra is better than a fully bolted-on S197 5.0 that have gone 10-3, 10-1. Ben Calimer and Alex from Houston were running low 10s with fully bolted on S197. So someone's smoking that crack. Shannon Dugan says, I'm trying to make a 1,000 wheel with a 2020 GT500. Tell me what I need in order. You guys are tuning it. So recommend everything you'll need to make tuning go swimmingly. You're going to need probably a grip tech pulley, like a 265 grip tech pulley, or a 2.8. You know, you're going to have to spin the shit out of it RPM wise, or pulley way down to a 2.6 E85. The exhaust has to flow freely. Or headers. I think headers, a pulley, injectors, E85, it'll get you close. It'll get you close. Your IATs are going to be 180. But if you want to buy a lid and a core and all that shit, you can do that, I guess. At what point is MS-109 a stock fuel pump too much for a stock fuel system, Gen 1, Gen 3 bottom end, depending on boost? I think anything over 12 to 14 PSI, maybe more than that, maybe close to 15 PSI, is going to start to stress out the stock fuel system with a pump and MS-109, a slightly denser fuel. I have C16 on my car right now with a 3.3 pulley on a Vortec V3, and that's probably close to 800 wheel, and it's keeping up just fine with the C16. But it is a denser fuel than MS-109. MS-109, I think, is like a stoic of 13.6 or 13.3, and C16 is 14.7. So the higher the number, the more dense the fuel. Given it's a 2300 and it gets 746 wheel, running pretty good. Now that the bottom is built, I'll upgrade to a 2650, but I got what I got, man. I got what I got. That's what I got. Deeper. I got what I got. While E Coyote says, hey, bitcho, I have a stick shift 2012 GT Premium, 78,000 miles, Boss 302 intake, JLT cold air, Flowmaster Outlaw axle backs. What's a fair asking price? I gotta get an SUV, family man now. So he's got a 12 GT with 78,000 miles and a Boss intake and a cold air. Boy, it's gonna be interesting if you can get between 16 and 19. I think it's a fair price, 16 to 19,000. Because if I sell my red car, which I will end of summer, I'm not gonna ask more than 22. And that car has 30,000 miles and it runs 11.2. So I think it's gonna be a tough time between 15 and 18, let's say, between 15,000 and 18,000. That's what you should aim for. But it's an early Gen 1, 11, 12. So don't be surprised if people try to get you down to like under 15, maybe under that. So I would aim for 15,000 to 19, depending on condition, color, interior, all that stuff. If you have a lava red, oh baby, you can ask for good money. Matt 211 GT says, I also broke nines. 998 at the track and said I need an SFI bell housing to run again. Get out of that track. Go one of the outlaw tracks. You can go to Palm Beach International Raceway, run 7 O's, and you can have a PCV piping. They don't care. No, PVC? Positive. PVC. Tubing. And they don't care. SK Performance Nate says, what's up, Alex? Channel support. Once again, Terminator owner checking in. No tattoos, no fear shirts. So does that mean I have to sell it? I just like listening to Metallica in a fast clap box. That's what I should have. Well, that's a good name for my ex-girlfriend. Clap box. Did the Terminator start the modern age horsepower war? Yes, I think so. I think the Terminator was the first vehicle that you could put an aftermarket blower on it and make well into the 800, 900 horsepower range with cams, and some have made 1,000 with turbos. Sure. Hey, no fear shirts are badass and completely unrelated to me wanting a Termi. Bullshit. I understand, boss, is Tanu Paji, but if you're willing to do it, though, please let me know. I need my third and fourth to clock back in. I get you. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be tough to keep track of all that, man. First, I need a shop. I need somewhere to put that. Second shift phrase says, pretty sure the LS1 did. Gotcha. Yes, the LS1 was pretty stout. Margaret Hamilton, who is probably somewhere getting a massage right now, blows me a kiss. Twisted 500, who ran... Can I say what you ran? 60 to 130? boy, Twisted 500's GT500 did a stupid number, 60 to 130. Will be 1300 will be fine. I make 1050 with 1300. Just get the upgraded fuel rails. No fuel system needed unless you're going for 1,000 plus. I think he meant. How can I go about installing my stock cold air intake? Currently running a JLT, but I hate rough idle IAT with warmer Gen 2 with 18 manual untune. Just install it. What do you mean? How can you go about installing it? Just install it and tell your tuner, I put the stock cold air back on. Send me a tune for the stock cold air, which is probably your first tune. But do coyotes go wee? Joey's car channel. Boy, I got to skip some questions. I can't get all of them. There's a lot of people on the chat, which is nice. It's nice to see. Not a lot of people here, but a lot of people on the chat. I love it. VMS wheel, where the chiclets? It was under the sixlets. The VMS wheel was under the sixlets. The funny thing about the VMS wheel, it's not that light. It's like kind of heavy. Oh, fucking shit. This is 17 by 9. It says quality QC11 quality inspection pass. I don't know who put that shit on there, but it's okay. I mean, it's a good looking wheel, I guess, but it's hilarious. Yeah, stay right there. It'll be for the white car if I put my drag radials on it. Just a shit ass set that was cheap at Family Dollar. Any Family Dollar, you go to any Family Dollar, just say where are the VMSs. They'll say by the sixlets in the candy aisle. HPJ posted it on the Facebook page. Badass. So HPJ, by the way, I love HPJ. They're good guys, man. Michael Zeka, salam salim halom. I love him. He's a nice guy. he helped me unlock the Tahoe. Got the keys locked in it at Texas 2K, and he did this old redneck thing. And there you go, HPJ. Shout out to HPJ, one of the better Mustang shops anywhere, not just in the Midwest, just anywhere. They're fucking great. Legit, good guys. They work on Hellcats. They work on everything. They work on your mom. They'll work on whatever the fuck you want. So there you go. This is HPJ's Facebook page. Shout out to them. Good shit. And please support HPJ by subscribing to a YouTube channel. Hey, they have a YouTube channel. Subscribe to HPJ's YouTube channel. Tell them Whoa, somebody's got poverty stars on the dyno. Somebody's got Family Dollar stars. Okay. Where's the twin turbo 6R stager? Boy, they work on everything. Look at that. Finally got some good weather. Ooh. Oh my God, look at that, 60 to 130. Shit! 396 in a twin turbo GT 500. Super badass. Super badass. Real nice to see HPJ doing big things out there and wherever the fuck they're at. No idea where the fuck they're located. Somewhere, I don't know, East Bumfuck. Tanu says, I understand if you want to do it. Then okay, got that. Alex, Hellcat Durango tow rig. Let's see it happen. You must think I'm fucking rolling in dough. You must think I am It is $90,000 for that truck. Fun fact, Death Wish coffee comes in K-cups that are called Death Cups. How cute is that? That is kind of funny. It's good marketing. Someone said, Peter Strock says HPV. Got asked if I wanted to transfer to Miami for work. Wife wants to move back to Florida by vetoed South Florida. Yeah, dude. Deceptive Garage. Miami fucking sucks. Miami fucking sucks to live in my opinion. Some people grew up there. Some people don't know any different than Miami. But I have lived and traveled to many places. Miami is absolutely terrible to live in my opinion. Good wheels to match the wall couch space ratio. Exactly. This is the peasant show. I'm looking to move to West Palm the next year, says Matt 11GT. Glad to hear there are lax tracks down there. Dude, you could come here. You say this 12-year-old kid is going to race this 1100 horsepower Monte Carlo against that monkey and the motorcycle. Wait, you're going to race a monkey and a motorcycle? Yeah, and I'm just going to have a 12-year-old kid on the other car. Oh, okay. Vroom! They don't care. They don't care. It's crazy. Outlaw track. Alex, what's the highest horsepower supercharger Coyote Lund has tuned? I think 1,300 horsepower? I think seniors, 1,300 horsepower. They'll work on your mom, says says KT526. J. Rubin, 10,000 for a Mustang? I'd buy a 3-valve S197 and shove an LS in it with some Chinese whistler. J. Rubin is a homosexual. The fact that he said that he would throw 10,000 in a 3-valve. Actually, I take that back, J. Rubin. The 3-valve deserves an LS. Sorry about that, J. Rubin. You're totally straight. The 3-valve can totally take an LS. No problem. PBIR is super lax, but they're super lax on the prep too. Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, when can we prep? 3 cars have crashed. Okay, now we should put some prep down. That's how they do it. They go, hey, what time do you think we should throw some prep down? I don't know. Let's wait. Let's see if an all-wheel drive GTR crashes into the wall. Oh, there it is. Let's put some prep down. Come to Texas. You need a detached garage with a lift. I'm not going to Texas. Are you insane? Omar, I lived in Houston. It's not for me, papa. It's not for me. Matt 2011 T says mile per hour is 139, so I think it's at its limit. That's still pretty quick. 10K is all you have. Pay your bills and save your money. Try living in Illinois. It's a communist state at this point. You're not wrong. Mine made 1382. Luntoon says Diddy LX50. Woof. Badass. Did you see that reservoir filled with toxic water? It's about to spill over in Manatee County, Florida, but the EPA says cars are ruining the earth. Yeah, I heard that. There's a reservoir that's potentially might ruin some land and communities up north. I don't want to live up there. There's a reason I don't want to live up there. To me, that's not Florida. To me, that's something else. To me, that's further south Georgia. I don't consider anything above Jupiter, Florida. Well, in that case, I need to bring my 11-year-old and race her '01 New Edge GT. Deathwish coffee is made near upstate New York, more expensive per pound than any other coffee on the store shelf by a long shot. Interesting. Well, I appreciate the guy who sent it to me because it's an expensive coffee, apparently. I have about 15 minutes left, so we'll keep talking some shit. Houston is crazy as hell. Houston is ridiculous. Jay Rubin said, for a second there, I thought I had to start dating guys now. Glad you had a second thought on that. When you said 3-valve, I'm like, oh yeah. Dude, wouldn't it be awesome if the channel just really started making good money and my job was to just do dumb, ridiculous combinations to piss Mustang owners off? I would get a 3-valve, like a nice one, like a Celine 3-valve body, 05 to 10, and shove an LS in it. Or like a ZR1 motor, or like a something, you know, like some badass, or like what do you call the ones that CTSVs came with? 6.2 with a blower. Boy, just to be like, fuck it, why not? It's gay as shit. Alex, I have 10,000 saved up for a daily. What do you suggest in that price range? A daily? A daily, Thomas Agumbe? 10,000 for a daily? I don't know. To me, dailies are something that's super reliable. So I think 10,000 is too low. But if you want to get something cool, 10,000 for a daily? I'd put 5,000 down and make payments on a new car. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me, to buy a daily cash. I'd rather keep the cash, put a couple grand down, have a $250 car payment, and have a newer, nicer car that's reliable with a warranty. Not buy something outright and then have to work on the fucker. I think you're kind of going about it the wrong way, in my opinion. Deceptive Garage says, I'll send you some Black Rifle Company coffee. Black Rifle Coffee Company coffee. What? That's a weird name. Shops here in Port St. Lucie. Crickets. Crickets? Mosquitoes? Crickets or mosquitoes? I don't get it. Or a coyote in a Corvette. Oh, dude. The problem is the trans, right? That's going to be tough. Or does it matter? Does it matter? I don't know how that torque tube situation is funky. Coyote swap a Mustang 2, that's funny. Just buy a Crown Vic, ew. 02 GMC 5.3, okay, that's not bad. But that's a Tacuache truck, Omar Garza. Come on, man, that's a Tacuache. Juan Resendez Super Chat said, check your DM on IG. Juan Resendez Super Chat said, check your DM on IG. Alex, check your DM on IG. Bitch up, Juan Resendez. And then Matt 2011T says, that would be the best hate the haters. So let's go to IG. And I bet you it's on my request because we're not fucking boys. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Matt 2011GT says, yeah, man, 823 crank horsepower. Oh, who the fuck measures horsepower at the crank? If that's the case, my dick's 12 inches long because I'm measuring from the back of my neck. The fuck out of here. 823 crank horsepower. That's good. That's what you do. You cut it up, and I share it right away and grow your clout. That's how we do it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's very nice. Craig Sanowski says, Crown Vic and put the other 6K back in your pocket. That's funny. I'll never spend much more than that on a car, says Brandon Peters. Nice hair, bro. $10,000 for a daily. Get 15 and up Corolla. They're like $5,000 to $8,000 and they never break. Exactly. Daily drivers should not be something cool. It should be something that gets you from point A to point B. Cuban says, channel support, car's done. Just wiring the boost controller. You'll get the logs next week. Cuban Coyote. This is what needs to happen at the Valley Racing Channel. And I don't know about your crew. This is what should happen. When you make a bet racing, the money should be held by a completely neutral party. Always have a guy at the finish line so that then the guy holding the money or the flagger calls the race. That's what should happen, in my opinion. Cuban Coyote in the house. Made it late, but I made it, says Paul Mazzara. Forgot I did to get my high-powered shirt a while back. Forgot I did get my too high-powered shirt a while back. Gotcha. Keep your money and use your patamobile. Did you hear Chevy's putting a 3-cylinder in the next Camaro as if they couldn't get any more gay? No, get out of here. They're not doing that. That wasn't it. Laughing my ass off. That wasn't it. Juan Resendez. That was Mr. Flores. That was funny. Shit, I wish it was that. Let me see. What'd you send? John Rodriguez. And comment of the week. Jonathan Rodriguez. What is it?
At least Terminators hold their value. At least the Terminator hold their value. At least the Terminator hold their value. My shit went flying.
That's pretty good. Oh my God. How is this show not fucking picked up by someone, huh? I'm hilarious. Whatever. Mr. Jimmy Jam's in the house. What's up? How you doing? Thank you very much. Damn, $50. Relax. You don't got to give me that crazy money, but I really appreciate the big donation. Thank you so much. Get one of those EcoBoost Police Interceptors, either Taurus or Explorer in Zane Mustang. Very smart. Police Interceptor, Explorer are built extremely well. They're fucking ragged out like many of your moms, but they're built stout. They have extra coolers. They have any Police Interceptor Explorer, if you can find an EcoBoost one, whoo, that'd be legit. Javi Luna said Cuban will gap that. Coming into high-powered boxer shorts. Sancho Plumbing Services. Doubt he'll race me, but he can get it. Woo! The guy will get his ass beat if they still don't agree, and then hands and money over. Exactly. Cuban versus All Motor Mike soon. So All Motor Mike is the guy with the Jeep, right? 79 Pinto with a 460, one wheel peel for miles. Seen guys do it back in the day when I was in the army. Wow. Marcos Ponce, a la verga, cuh. No quema, cuh. I daily a Crown Vic with no issues. So does Joe Goodenough from VMP. He's had a Crown Vic for like 3 years, and that bitch smells like mold, but it turns on every fucking day and gets him to work. Orale, cuh, says Randolph Barboza. KC526, ragged out, like many of your moms. That's a nice daily. Explore Police Interceptor. An Explore Police Interceptor or even a Tahoe Police Interceptor. I like those. Yeah. I like Tahoe Police Interceptors. Oh. Okay, this is it. $10,000. Tahoe Police Interceptor. Oh. Oh, fuck yeah, bro. Look at that. That's a Yukon. That's a bad bitch. Bro, I would rock the shit out of a Police Interceptor Tahoe. Damn, booty. That shit looking good as fuck. Look at that. Hell yeah. Yo, $10,000 Police Interceptor Tahoe. That's it. Oh, look at this. Scare the shit out of the brothers. Go to the hood and just start flashing the lights like a motherfucker. Watch them run. Yeah, I see you running, motherfucker. I saw you, bitch. Just keep the lights on like this. Hell, Police Interceptor Tahoe or a Police Interceptor Explorer. That's what you get with your money. You're welcome. I love Tahoes. The 2 times that I've towed over 1,000 miles, that bitch got it done. And Cal Brandon takes his dick out, drops it on everyone in the chat, and says, sorry, I've been vapor lately. We're completely engulfing my life. We'll finish catching up later. Hey, Cal Brandon, you can take your sweet ass time. We're all good, because Papi Chulo, King Papi of the chat, Cal Brandon dropping his dick on the chat. Crown Vic smell like the res from the factory. Channel support. I got love for you, cuz, says SK Performance Nick. Thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate you, sir. My dad used to drive a LTD that would one wheel peel for blocks. Tahoes are gay. New tow rig, Police Interceptor Tahoe. White panel van also makes a decent tow rig. White panel van? It also makes like a weird candy, you know, in like a rape van. No, thank you. What's up, section? What's up with section? Hey, did you get the voltages you figured out? Was it belt slip? Johnny boy, the alternator should be back tomorrow from the rebuilding place. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to rewire the, I'm going to replumb the heat exchanger, get some ice in it, a new belt, and go down and see if voltage is good with a 60 to 130 pass in the threes. Guaranteed that bitch will go threes on the street. Guaranteed. Interceptor. Crown Vic Police Interceptor is the best daily. Yeah, but it's now become the stupid yee Cletus fucking car. Like, I don't want nothing to do with that fucking shit. A buddy that's a state trooper has a Tahoe. It's pretty sweet. I bought my Vic from a guy in Tampa who sells nothing but really nice cop cars. I paid $4,000 for mine, 79,000 miles, and 3,500 hours. 3,500 hours. Shout out to the cop shop in Tampa. The other shops rattle cans their shit. Nice. I need a knee buckler. Interceptor Caprice. Yes. I like the new Interceptor Caprice. I like them. I like how they look. I like they have kind of like a wide body-ish look to them. Yeah. They look like they have a little bit of a wide body kind of thing going on slightly. Dude. Yup. Dude. Oh my God. Why do I like this so much? It's ugly as sin. But remember the 9C1 Caprices? You remember the 9C1 Caprice. Come on, we know the 9C1s. Them bitches is an Impala SS in sheep's clothing. These bitches were literally an Impala SS LT1. The way you know is you look at the green hoses and the OptiSpark. A couple of OptiSparks. Just keep a couple of OptiSparks in the trunk and you're good to go. I had 2 of these. They were awesome. The second one I bought at night like an idiot and found out it was a fucking... That's exactly what my car looked like. Just like that. The best winter vehicle I've ever had. I sold it to a guy in Kentucky. He drove it he flew here, drove it all the way to Kentucky and had it another 3 years. I bought that car for $1,800. One of the best shit ass vehicles I ever had. Interceptor Caprice, the new one, not old, the 6th gen Gyno. Gen 4 Coyote's already out. It's in the 21 F-150. Yes. And again, we can't tune the 21 F-150 yet, guys. If you're buying a 21 F-150 and you think you're going to buy a tune tomorrow, you're sadly mistaken. If you're stuck on a Panther chassis, go Lincoln or Mercury so you don't look like a peasant. Yes, the new Caprice, I got one. My favorite car to drive, the cheaper Pursuit 5.7 Hemi. It's the last real police car. I have a buddy that has a Caprice PPV, cammed, and he's putting in an LS8 blower on it. That's badass. Okay, have to ask, is that purple yoga mat behind you? It's not a purple yoga mat. It's, where is it? There's no purple yoga mat. That you mean you thought the armrest was a purple yoga mat? The armrest? Yep, the 2013 Charger Pursuit is a good daily. What tuner is everyone? Wow, okay. You can hear about the new Crown Vics coming out. Nope, never heard of them. Never heard of them at all. I have been looking into Coyote swapping my 87 two-wheel drive single. What's SWB? SWB 150. SWB. What's SWB? Short wheelbase F-150. That would be a fun ride. Got it. Had my Crown Vic CVP way before Cletus. He ruined the market. Motherfucker, he did, because now everyone wants one. They want to do dumb shit with it. I hate that. Caprice PPV slaps Chargers. No, the G8 is different. Here we go. What's up with section? Hey, got that channel support. Got love for you. Got Kyle Brandon. Got Jimmy Jams. Got 2011 GT channel support. Okay, I'm making sure I caught up on the chat. I appreciate everybody that donates because you guys are super consistent. The channel grows every single time we get on lives. It's a good time. Now that the N-Gage is gone. Oh, RTD. The RTD. The remote tuning device. Now, a lot of people go, Alex, why doesn't Lund Racing tune with the MPVI2? Because we cannot secure the file. We can't give you an open file. Well, can't you just flash your car with an RTD and draw it with the MPVI2? No. It is locked. So that's why we use the RTD, the remote tuning device. Well, Alex, I got my MPVI2 and it's already licensed, so I'm not going to buy another tuner. Then don't buy another tuner. What do you want me to tell you? Midnight just finished doing a transfer my car. Manual got me wanting to do a 4-wheel drive F-150 with a Whipple so bad. I'm going to do a turbo to support Jake when I get my F-150. And I've never had a turbo vehicle. And I don't want to tow, because I'm going to tow with that. I don't want to tow with a supercharged truck. Because if I pulley down to make good power, and then I'm going up a hill, 2,500 RPM, seeing 10 pounds of boost, that's just all sorts of bad. Ford will never make a Crown Vic again, dude. Everyone's going with SUVs. XF Supercharger is not a good daily. Choose through gas like nobody's business. Got a single cab F-150 long choose ported intake ethanol 1R. Runs 11.3, 117. It has to be gutted, Miguel Gonzalez. It has to be gutted. I bet you it has no bumper, no bed, no spare, long tubes, and a Kirky. Guaranteed. Alex, my toilet touches the wall and my dick touches the water. How poor am I? You're very poor. I have one and I average exactly 21 miles a gallon. Don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Supposedly Cali Highway Patrols have a contract with Ford making new Crown Vics and they're gonna be hybrid or fully electric. It's locked so other tuners can't steal their files. Look, if you really want to steal a file, you can steal a file. Let's just be honest. You can steal a file. But luckily working with HP tuners, the RTD is desirable because let's say for instance, you do have access to our tunes. Well, you're going to start selling them as your own. But since you don't understand what's going on in the background, that's right. What you see is not everything. What you see visible and editable in front of you is not everything. So you're going to run into issues like, I don't know what's going on if you start self-tuning other cars. I don't know what's happening. No shit. You don't have the software that we have, and we have access to everything in the car. So you'll reach a limit eventually, depending on what you want to do, but we don't want to give people open file because that's an intellectual property, and it took us hundreds of thousands of dollars to develop that file. Vehicle costs, R&D costs, software costs. Dude, we R&D every single file. So, I should get open file to people. Yeah, okay. No, fuck that. You know what? This coffee cold tastes really good. Wow. I let it kind of get cold on the thing here. That death, murder, kill coffee, whatever the fuck it's called. Death Wish coffee cup. Cold? It's fucking legit. Dodge Magnum SRT8 was badass. I do miss them though. I was in a chase one time and the 4.6 was screaming. Didn't go very fast, but it was a tank and it sounded good. We have new officers drive the Crown Vics at my new agency. I used to own a 98 Explorer XLT and that fucker was a tank. SK Performance Chef gave me money, says channel support. Thank you very much. And SK Performance Nate says channel support from the boys at SK, bitch, y'all. Awesome. I appreciate you guys. All right, I'm going to get out of here. It's been an hour and a half. Got some stuff about, didn't do it stock. We checked out Jen Psaki. Ted Cruz showed up and Jen Psaki chimed in. Talked a little bit about everything. We talked about how Matt 211 GT measures his dick from the back of his forehead. Like here. He starts measuring his dick right here. And then goes all the way down his spine. And it goes, oh, yeah, it's 834 horsepower at the crank. I'm like, 834 through an Edelbrock? That sounds high. Well, at the crank, And again, for those of you that watch that dating channel, that'll be on tomorrow, 8 o'clock on that dating channel. And for those of you that do watch that channel, you know what we say to sign off on this guy.
Thanks a lot.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Fucking idiot.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for joining. See you guys later.